past year or two, we've seen a resurgence in what a lot of people on social media like to call GoOnEr games, games that just feature very attractive female characters that show a lot of skin with their outfits. And Wuchang Fallen Feathers is an upcoming Souls-like that I and many other people have been super excited for. And while it's already been attacked by a lot of people for featuring a scantily clad lady, it is climbing the most followed upcoming Steam games lists and the wish lists, and it is doing phenomenal so far. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, gamers are getting sick and tired of Western slop. We are getting sick and tired of ideologies being pushed in our faces. Modern, I guess we'll call them, character designs. We're sick of that. We just want really good entertainment. Video games are a form of escapism, and that means seeing the height of humanity, or something like humanity, right? Because we're talking about fictional characters. Sometimes they're not technically humans. Maybe they're androids that kind of look like humans. They're supposed to resemble them. We want to see very beautiful characters, whether they are men, whether they are women. I am perfectly fine with seeing very sexy, feminine females and hunky, masculine male characters in my video games that are the peak of humanity. They're not whales, they're not ugly, and while that definitely can fit into some games, it's generally not what people want to see. And Wuchang Fallen Feathers has caught a lot of people's attention for what I would say are all of the right reasons. The lead character in this game is an absolutely gorgeous girl. It is a Souls-like action RPG that has some phenomenal looking gameplay with some amazing visual effects, and I think that this is going to be a pretty big game when it finally releases. We still don't have an official release date, just sometime in 2025, which I cannot wait for this to come out. I definitely am looking forward to it, like many other people, but because there has been a lot of talk about it, and these social media teams or the community manager that they have learned to market this game very well, and it's caught a lot of people's attention. So if you do not know about this game, I have made a couple of videos on it already. I'm not going to play like the full trailer here. You can go and watch it yourself. It will be linked down below. You can find it relatively easy, but it looks like a fantastic experience, very similar to Black Myth Wukong that came out recently. It gives me a very Stellar Blade vibe as well when it comes to the combat. I think that this lead character, I still have not been able to figure out her name. I don't know if they've released her name, but she looks absolutely gorgeous. You have some shots in here, like this one right here that reminds me so much of Bloodborne. Like, it just looks very dark and gritty, but there are also specks of light, and the colors are beautiful. The effects look fantastic. It just looks like it's going to be great all around. And the description of this game is the latest Wuchang Fallen Feathers trailer shows formidable foes you'll fight in this upcoming Souls-like action RPG. It is set in the land of Shu during the dark and tumultuous late Ming Dynasty, plagued with warring factions and a mysterious illness spawning monstrous creatures. So this is a game that, of course, does, just feel very reminiscent of a lot of other ones, but also does look extremely unique. And because there is a lot of hype behind this, it is climbing charts right now. Here is a post that they had actually just made. They said, "We have come a long way together. We are near the top of the Steam rankings, all thanks to our incredible community. Thank you for supporting us." And as you can see, the most followed upcoming Steam games list was screenshotted. And then you have titles like Hollow Knight, Silksong at #1. Is that game ever going to come out at this point? I'm getting pretty sad about it. 2 is Deadlock. 3 is Operation Lovecraft. Never heard of it. 4, Mecha Break. You have Arena Breakout, Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines 2, Light No Fire, Dune Awakening, Subnautica 2, so some very big names. And then just under Elden Ring, Night Rain, Blight Survival, and Rooted is Wuchang Fallen Feathers. It is sitting at number 17. And keep in mind, this game doesn't even have an official release date yet, except for sometime in 2025. So that's fantastic. Usually people don't start wish listing and getting hyped for a game until we have that full date, especially with the state of the industry. But we also know that on the most wishlisted upcoming Steam games list, it is sitting at number 104. So it is right about to cross that top 100, which is also really cool for them. Now, another reason why I've talked about this game in the past is because of a bit of outrage. There have definitely been some people who have been very upset by this title, very akin to Stellar Blade, where, oh, you see an attractive lead character, and then people are going to be outraged because they question where are her organs and why is she in this armor? This isn't appropriate for the situation she finds herself in. She should be in a full suit of armor. Ridiculous claims. At least in my opinion, I'm perfectly fine with seeing beautiful women in chainmail bikinis. If that's what the developers want to create, then they should be allowed to create it. I even say this with games like Dustborn or Concord or Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn, right? Even though they're not games for me, and I will try to give them a shot. Those games still deserve to exist, but there are people who are opposing titles like Wuchang and Stellar Blade who just say, oh, they're GoOnEr games and they provide no entertainment to anybody, which is absurd. Stellar Blade was one of my favorite games last year. It was close to Black Myth Wukong, but Wukong still kind of swept away the competition. It was just on another level, but it is very reminiscent of that, and I'm sure as we get closer to release, we are going to see a lot of backlash from people who just call this a GoOnEr game, which is so unfortunate because I do feel like so many games that have a lot of potential are just being written off. Is that now it's like AI Limit that came out about a week and a half ago, and I've done a couple of live streams of it. So far, I've been thoroughly enjoying my time in it, very similar to something like Code Vein. Is it a 10 out of 10? No, but you can still get a lot of entertainment value out of it. But there were the IGNs giving it a 5 because, oh my god, what are these armors and why are we objectifying women again? It's ridiculous to sit here and complain about that, especially when the rest of the game looks so fantastic and they have a lot of supporters. There are a lot of gamers who are saying this looks absolutely amazing, I can't wait to play it, and there really is just a lot of positivity surrounding this game. I'm glad now. Where is the release date? It's a secret to everybody. I really want this to come out soon. Maybe they'll just shadow drop it. I don't know. You guys need to create some buzz. Many people probably don't know about this promising game yet. Otherwise, it would be even higher. And that's true. I do think that when we get closer to release and they kind of start marketing that release date, it will get even higher on these lists, but it's already doing really good for itself. Thank you for brightening our view with Wuchang. That climb was on purpose. Release date, please. Perry looks so good in this game. Yes, I love how bloody and gory it looks. Make my dream come true and give us a release date for this masterpiece and the game of the year, in my opinion. So, there's a lot of positivity, a lot of people who are really excited for it, and as you can see, it is climbing all of the Steam charts right now, and it's still a ways away. Most followed upcoming Steam's games list, it's already number 17, and I do think that it would be pretty hard for it to beat things like Subnautica 2 or Elden Ring Night Rain or Deadlock or Hollow Knight Silksong, because some of them have been on this list for years at this point. What are we going on, like 6 years of it being on Steam for Silksong, so I don't think it's going to necessarily beat that, but I do think that it is already fantastic for these developers that it's already at number 17, and for the most wishlisted upcoming Steam games list, it's at 104. I definitely think it will be in the top 100 over the next couple of days, especially with so many people talking about it, but I'll be keeping my eye on this. I'm super hyped for it, and I hope a lot of you are as well. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.